Good evening and welcome in to Game 16 of the 2024 season. It is the Dodge City A's and Game Day Angels as we get ready to go. Of course, the A's winning in run rule fashion over the Angels last night. Take a look at our starting lineups. We'll take the Game Day Angels first. Leading off, it is Van Hodges, the pitcher, batting second, the left fielder, number 13, Grant Biggins. Batting third, the center fielder, number 25, James Harbison. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 2, Crew Walker. Batting fifth, right fielder, number 5, Brady Ingles. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 17, Cliff Goldie. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 12, Peter Goldie. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 27, Owen Best. And rounding out the lineup, it is the third baseman, number 31, Cale Porter. You can see the lineup and also the defensive alignment on your screen right now. You can always go back and replay. We will show it again in between innings for your Dodge City A's as well. So that is the starting lineup. And like that, we are set to go. It is Cole Erhorn getting the start on the mound tonight for the Dodge City A's. First pitch thrown down at 7 o'clock. For ball number 1. Pitch is popped up. It's headed into foul territory, chased down by the second baseman, Zach Moore. Currently 98 degrees in Dodge City. 99, actually. Feels like 104. So in steps Grant Biggins. And he'll take the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Biggins with the first hit of the night. Drives it through the left side gap. That'll bring up James Harbison for the Game Day Angels. Joined alongside with Matthew Chavez.
Hello, glad to be back. It's been a while since I've been in the booth. You know, we were at the Pioneers. They didn't have a broadcast. The Rough Riders didn't have a broadcast. And I pitched yesterday, so I was not in the booth. And I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, last time I was on was also the Game Day Angels in Colorado. So it has been a while.
You were on with me with Cougars, right?
Was I? Oh, yeah, I believe I was. So, yeah, hasn't been too long, but, you know, does feel like a while.
So a 1-1 count to Harbison. We'll get our stuff pulled together here in a minute.
As the runner goes, pitch swung on and missed. The throw.
Oh.
Runner is safe at second base with the stolen base. Ball was swung on and missed for strike 2. So they hit and run a lot. They did that to us a lot yesterday, and that's how they scored their few runs that they had, and it was very effective. That hit and run's real good when you can do it properly. See the 1-2 on its way. Ripped into the 5-6 hole. Left fielder gets it, brings it in, and the Game Day Angels are now in business. They have runners on first and third with only 1 out. Good thing about that, you're still 1 pitch away from Mr. Cole Erhorn.
Exactly.
And that brings up number 2, Crew Walker, the catcher for the day. First pitch on its way. Strike on the inside corner. The 0-1 on its way from Cole. ball in the outside corner, and the count evens up at 1 apiece. Runner goes. Ball outside the throw. And another stolen base for the Game Day Angels. So with that, the double play is now out of order. So, it's looking like a pretty good first inning right here for the Game Day Angels.
Well, they jumped out early on us, too, when we were in Colorado against them. And then the A's took over, and they tried to make a comeback, but fell just a little bit short.
That is true. We only won by 1 run the last time we played them in Denver. As that ball swung on and missed for strike number 2. And the count evens up at 2 apiece. You know, Cole's coming off a really great start against the Denver Cougars. Do you have the stats about his last outing?
He comes into today with a 1-0 record.
I believe he went 6 strong against the Cougars last time and only gave up about 2 runs, maybe 3. So a quality start from him. Let's see if he can repeat that. As that pitch is swung on and fouled away.
Cole has pitched 10 innings overall with a 4.50 ERA.
The 2-2 from Cole. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Ball is dropped by catcher Dominic. And he's going to try to go home. And the play from C.D. Sharples. And he is safe. The Game Day Angels just steal a run off of a dropped third strike. So that strikeout ends up hurting the Dodge City A's after a dropped ball behind the plate by Dominic Roberts.
In steps Brady Ingles.
As that ball is high for ball number 1. Either that ball misses high for ball number 2. Ooh, that ball behind him. Luckily gets out of the way for ball number 3. So this guy's looking for a middle fastball right now, and if not, he'll just happily take his first base. The 3-0 on its way to Brady Ingles. Strike on the outside corner.
So Ingles last night hit in the 4-hole for the Game Day Angels. Went 0 for 3 with a walk.
Oof. So not a great day. So as the ball is popped foul down the right field line, and the count evens up, or does not even.
Count runs full.
Count runs full. Nearly 20 pitches already in the first inning for Cole. Needs to get out of this as soon as possible. Keep that pitch count down. Three-two on its way. Swung on. Chopped to third base. Bo swallows it up. Gathers, throws, and out number 3 is recorded.
So that will do it for this. The A's trail 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. We'll show you the lineup when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for your Dodge City A's. Leading off, it is the right fielder, number 25, Shannon Martin. Batting second, the left fielder, number 13, Grant Weisermans. Batting third, the center fielder, number 1, Nyan Hayes. Hitting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 28, Tyler McAvoy. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 15, Carson Johnson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 26, Charles Daniels Sharples. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 9, Zach Mora. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 30, Bo Delane. And rounding out the lineup, it is the catcher, number 4, Dominic Roberts. Of course, we said Cole Erhorn getting the start on the mound for the Dodge City A's. He is opposed by Van Hodges on the bump for the Game Day Angels. So that is how things line up. You can see the lineup and the defensive alignment for the Game Day Angels. We'll take those again here later on in the game as we progress. But for now, it is Shannon Martin stepping up for his first at bat of the day against the Game Day Angels. He will oppose Van Hodges. And I would love to say that we have statistics for the Game Day Angels, but we don't.
Yeah, stats are, They're always really hit and miss. You know, sometimes they're accurate, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're not even put in. So it's not really a big deal. You always just got to win the day. Doesn't really matter what their previous, we run ruled them. But guess what? Today's a new day. So you always got to come back out swinging.
So what we can talk about is that Van Hodges has not pitched against the Dodge City A's.
As that ball is low and away for ball number 2. Good count right now for Shannon Martin, who has been red hot lately. 3 home runs in his past 2 games. And it just seems like everything that he has hitting is just a barrel, even if it's an out, As that ball's popped back for strike number 2, and the count evens up at 2 apiece. Shannon really actually was kind of struggling to begin the year. And then, once you let him play, you let him get through it, and then next thing you know, he's just barreling everything.
Yep.
It starts with 1. Once you get that first hit out of the way, everything gets a lot easier. As that pitch is swung on a miss, down and away for strike number 3. But after you get that first one out the way, it really starts to just get a lot easier.
So in steps Grant Weisermans, and you talk about somebody that's red hot.
7 home runs, has 2 grand slams, and is just on fire lately.
Coming into today, let's look at this. Coming into today, Grant is batting .407.
Oh yeah, he's hot. As that ball's chopped, he could actually beat that out. He's a fast little man. And he does beat that out. An infield hit for Grant Weiserman. He does hit the long ball. He hits them a lot, but you know what else he does? He runs hard. He gets a lot of infield singles. He plays the game hard, and he plays the game how every person
And that's
should.
the kind of player that you love to have, whether it's in the top of the lineup, middle lineup, bottom lineup, someone that that they're going to go out there and they're going to battle day in and day out, and they are going to give you 145% every time they're there.
Yeah, exactly. Like I saw that ball go in the air, and you just automatically know that he's not going to give up on the play. He chopped it, and he went, and he ran, and he got his, he got a runner on.
Yep. So 1 on and 1 away, and Nyan Hayes at the plate for the Dodge City A's. Had himself a night, went 2 for 3 last night.
The 0-1 on his way. Hits the center field drifting back, and makes the catch. 2 outs now in the inning with Tyler McAvoy on his way to the plate.
And you talk about somebody in Tyler McAvoy, another person that comes out and gives it their all. It may not always be the result that he would want at the plate, but you know that he's going to come out and give it his all and battle every time he's there. And someone that is starting to kind of figure some things out and put it together and be able to increase his hit percentage.
Yeah, the whole reason we run ruled them yesterday was because of everybody giving their best effort. Because we had first and second with nobody out, and those runners didn't get on unless they started, running hard 90s just like that, wanting to take more, wanting to always do more. And it's those little things that led to the massive grand slam that, pretty much put the nail in the coffin for these guys. And you have people, first and second, nobody out. Jake Vassell squared around and dropped a bunt. They didn't know how to react to it. Next thing you know, we have bases loaded.
Yeah. Well, so the whole scenario, I talked about it when we closed out the broadcast last night. Carson Johnson comes up, leads off the inning, single. Then
falls in for strike number 2.
Zach Moore comes up, singles. Jake Vassell comes in, bunts, loads the bases. Dominic Roberts comes in, fielder's choice, scores a run.
I don't believe that play actually did score a run. I believe that he was out at third or out at home.
Yeah, he was.
And he ran a hard 90. As that ball swung on and missed for strike number 3, a strikeout for Mr. Van Hodges to end the inning.
So that does it for this one. Let's recap how that inning played out still. So we're bases loaded, 1 away. And then we turn the lineup over to Shannon Martin. He's hitting ahead because that was right after the sliding play at home.
Oh, where he slid into the catcher and the catcher in their let's say they weren't too pleased with how he slid into the catcher. We'll put it lightly that way.
So Shannon Martin comes up, hit by pitch, scores a run. Grant Weiserman steps in, and what happens?
A 2-strike bomb. And the biggest thing about that is Grant had 2 strikeouts prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
Grant had struck out twice. When you strike out in a game, it hurts. And when you do it twice, it hurts even more. But he didn't let that get him down, and he never gave up on a single play. And he was actually down 2 strikes. He was 2 strikes. He was fighting for the team. And
it was an 0-2 count, and it was something that just, as soon as it left the bat, you knew it was gone.
Oh, yeah, it went over the scoreboard. It was a bomb.
And so that clears the bases. Nyan Hayes steps up. What does he do? He bunts to get on.
And he beats it out by about 3.5 miles. And it's little things like that. We just hit a bomb. We're up by a good amount. Guess what? It restarts.
Yep.
Get back to fighting to get to first base.
It restarted all over again. So Nyan Hayes bunts, gets on. Tyler McAvoy steps in, singles. We've got runners at first and second now. Or no, we had runners on the corners.
Because Nyan probably stole. Oh, or no.
No, McAvoy, he went first to third on that one.
Oh, that was the one where, when the baseball gods, when you're hot, you're hot?
Yeah.
That was a pop fly by T-Mac, and Nyan forgot how many outs there were.
The right fielder overran it.
Nyan forgot how many outs there were and was just sprinting around the bases, and we were screaming at him, it's only 1 out, it's only 1 out. He turns around in horror. He's like, oh, you're right, it is only 1 out. Turns around, sees the right fielder drop it, and just keeps on going. As the ball is lined over the second baseman Mora for a 1-pitch, 1-hit, efficient AB from Mr. Cliff Goldie.
So we'll finish this one up really quick. So McAvoy hits a single, followed by a Nate Murphy single, followed by a Carson Johnson walk, as the A's have batted around at this point now. A Zach Morris single, a Jake Vassell single, a Dominic Roberts single. That inning just ballooned out of control.
As that ball is sent to right field for Shannon Martin to bring in another 1-pitch AB from the Game Day Angels. They are very aggressive. But yeah, it's those innings don't start unless you have people that fight to get to first base and people that want to win. And it's not all about themselves. When Jake squared that around, he was giving the team an out. He said, here you go. Another first pitch swinging. 3 pitches, 3 balls in play. 2 of them 4 hits, though. But, he was giving them an out to try to get a runner in scoring position and ended up getting on first base himself. But it's those selfless ABs and those selfless players that genuinely make a team go from good to great.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the little things. It's easier to look at Grant's bomb and think, oh, that's how it happened. But you got to understand what set it up.
That's just one piece that set the whole thing into motion.
Exactly. It's the little things. It's it's in the details. As that pitch is looked at finally for a strike. These game day guys, they're all very aggressive. I remember I pitched yesterday, and the first pitch of the inning was a bloop to left, kind of like that. Grant's coming in. Grant makes a catch on the run for out number 2.
And that's, I mean, they're swinging first and second pitches.
Oh yeah, and that's all you could ever ask for. Especially that makes everything a lot easier. I mean, in my case, it was a lefty that blooped one over to third baseman, and oh, it hurt. And then I get up there, and guy hit and run. Luckily, hits the ball, and Shannon almost gets his ankles broken because he was running to second base and it hit him the other way. Makes a great stop, makes sure of one, and now we have one down and a pop up and a ground out, and we don't allow him to score. So even when we do give up a hit, our defense always has our back. You know, our defense has been stellar. You know, as a pitcher, I have no problem going up there and throwing the balls down the middle. You know, especially if I'm struggling with command, guess what? Here's a fastball. Let's see how far you can hit it. I know my guys are going to catch it. As that pitch is fouled away for strike number 1.
And it's Van Hodges back at the plate as the Angels have turned the lineup over. Hodges flew out his first time up.
Cole started this inning with only 20 pitches. He's already at 27 pitches and has 2 outs.
But 2 on.
That is also true, but hey, man, we don't mind those first pitch swingers. We actually like them. Keeps our pitch counts low, allows us to extend our pitchers. I mean, yesterday with Emerson.
Oh,
Just an
Emerson going 6 innings.
Amazing pitching performance to go out there and not even care. And, you know, we run ruled them, yes, but we didn't run rule them until the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah.
So he went out there and was fighting for us. As you see, EJ's actually there selling the 50-50 down there. If you want to look, I think he just made a sale. It's real easy to make a sale after you go crazy and have an amazing outing like that, you know. But good to go out there. It was a 4-2 game.
Yeah.
And he was pitching with only I think we were behind while he was pitching sometimes too. So, you know, he went out there and he fought for us, and then we ended up fighting for him back at the plate.
We fell behind 2-1.
Mm-hmm. As that pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 3, an efficient 10-pitch inning from Cole Airhorn. Needed that after the 20-pitch first. And just like that, we will see you in the bottom of the 2nd. The A's are down 1-0.
Welcome back into Cavalier Field as Carson Johnson leads off.
Taking strike number 1 right down the middle. You know, Carson was the inciting incident, you can say, for our big inning. sliding into that catcher, getting everybody fired up and riled up. Carson goes out there and he plays hard. Like that infield single that he had to lead off the inning, he slid into first base. You know, he plays every single play as hard as he can. As the 1-2 on its way, swung on and missed for strike number 3, a strikeout for Mr. Van Hodges. Seems to be having that slider down. He struck out 3 of our guys on that slider, down and away. CD, first game back, hurt his back. I can't remember which game, but he has had a little bit of off time, so let's see if it's done him well. The 0-0 on its way. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. The 0-1 on its way. Chopped. Get in the hole. Attaboy. And just like that, your A's have a runner on.
In steps Zach Mora.
Moore had a few base hits yesterday, if I recall correctly.
Three for 4 on the night.
Oh, yeah. Good day.
3 singles and a strikeout.
Let's see if we can carry that on to today. As the ball's way outside for ball number 1. An easy take from Mr. Mora.
A number that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out is the Angels have already stranded 3.
Mm-hmm. Our guys do a really good job of getting out of innings. We do give up some runs, but we do also get out of a lot. Like, we have a lot of left on base if you look at our stats.
Oh, the A's strand a lot as well.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do. I mean, that's just the name of the game, though. You can't get them all across. Otherwise, we'd be having football scores. As the 1-1 Tamora, ball up for ball number 2.
Kind of like the Rough Riders series.
Oh, that Rough Rider series was, wow. Yeah, that was a series. But we ended up coming back, and we did beat them at their own home.
Yes.
But that Rough Rider series is probably going to hurt us in the standings. Oh, as the ball's chopped, Q shot. Pitcher picks up Fields and throws him out. But it does get CD Sharples to second base in scoring position. With Bo, how do you pronounce it? Delane. I've always called him Dalian.
Well, I did too, and then I heard it differently at Derby, so I was like, Bo, I think I've been saying this wrong. He corrected me.
So he does like it actually, Delane. Let's see if Bo can come up clutch for us right now. As that first slider is, ooh, somehow a strike. Looked a little low for the big guy. The 0-1 to Bo is on its way. As that ball is pieced to left field, but foul. 0-2 runs the count. I just know he's going to throw a slider. He's been throwing that to all of our guys pretty much every time. The count is 0-2 with 2 outs with CD Sharples on second base in scoring position. Let's see if Mr. Bo can come clutch right now. Ooh, that ball's high and in for ball number 1.
Little
sweet chin music, never hurt nobody. The 1-2 on its way to Bo. Ooh, ball, I guess that was paint. Might have looked a little outside for my liking, but nonetheless, it is strike 3, and your A's go down without a run.
We're headed to the
top of the 3rd.
Top of the 3rd. We'll be back after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
That first pitch on its way from Cole Airhorn is a ball on the outside corner to Grant Biggins. The 1-0 on its way. Slider on the outside corner for strike number 1, and the count evens up at 1 apiece. The 1-1 on its way. Fouled into the ankle of Mr. Grant Biggins for strike number 2. Cole in the driver's seat right now. I would expect him to go probably fastball up right now because he's just throwing him 2 sliders. And that fastball is going to look real big if he throws it properly. As he does, and ooh, just a bit high to the umpire for the umpire's liking. The 2-2 on its way. Slider popped up into left center. Grant giving chase and hauls it in for out number 1. You know, out there in left center, or left and center, is 2 pretty fast guys. You got Nyan Hayes with a lot of stolen bases, and you have Grant Weiserman with a lot of stolen bases. So you got some speed out there. And Shannon also in right field is a fast man as well. He has plenty of stolen bases. Giobo on its way. Swung on and missed. Strike number 1.
So Cole Airhorn is making his 3rd appearance. His longest outing back on June the 17th against the Denver Cougars. Did go 6 innings in that game.
Oh, yeah, had a real great game that game. Oh, my goodness, this guy is swinging at piñatas. Both baseballs have been over his head, and he has swung at both of them. You know, I'm going to the well 3 straight times. Let's see if he can actually lay off of it. I would not speed up his bat and throw a slider right here. I would throw a fastball up, give him another one. Fastball low for ball number 1. Great pitch, though. Was competitive. Don't know how he took that one. That was a little too close for comfort. But nonetheless, it is 1-2. 1-2 from Cole. Slider on the outside corner. Swung on and missed for strike number 3 as Mr. James slams his bat in anger. It happens, bud. It's baseball. Don't worry about it.
Walk yourself back to the dugout.
It happens.
You'll be all right.
It happens.
So in steps Crew Walker. Walker kind of set into motion this 1 run that scored. He got on, or was out on the drop 3rd strike, but the throw home not able to be in time that allowed the run to score.
As that ball goes behind Walker. Didn't even flinch, kind of just looked at it. Probably couldn't comprehend that was happening. Because, I mean, if it's going to be behind you, you can't move.
It was almost a banana-esque kind of throw.
Ooh, as that ball swung on and missed for strike number 1. Cole coming out here getting 2 quick outs. Let's see if he can keep it going and get us back in the dugout to try to score for him. As that ball's ripped to right field, but thankfully foul.
Long strike number 2.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't throw that one again to him. Actually, you know what? I actually would, because it is 1-2. He's probably expecting a slider right now because he hit that fastball really well. So he's probably expecting slider. I'd throw him a fastball. As that one is ticked foul.
Cole with a strike to walk ratio of 1.71.
So it's essentially 2 strikeouts per walk. Is that what I'm reading as? As the ball's chopped foul.
Essentially, yeah. Came into today with 12 strikeouts and 7 free bases.
Nice. You want to look up my ratio? I don't mind putting it on air. I'm not known for my accuracy. As that pitch is driven to right field. It's going to get down. Will he have 3? Shannon getting over, throwing it hard inside, getting it in to hold him to a double. That ball was pieced. And just like that, the Game Day Angels have a runner on second. But with 2 outs, a base hit is what's going to have to score him.
Your strike, you come into today with 5 strikeouts on the season and 6 walks.
Oof.
A strikeout to walk ratio of .83.
Oof. Yeah, we got to fix that one. As that first pitch is high for a ball. Hey, but I haven't walked anybody in my last 2 outings, so. As that ball's also up for ball number 2. 2-0 on its way to Mr. Brady Ingles. 3-0 goes the count. '50th pitch of the game coming from Cole is a strike on the outside corner.
I mean, you look at what's going on here. Cole with 50 pitches so far, 34 have been strikes. So it's not like he's been walking the house.
He hasn't. You know, if they put a ball in play and they hit it hard, it is what it is. So be it. But you're throwing strikes. As Brady thought that he had a walk right there, takes one step over to home plate, and the umpire tells him, nope, that's on the corner, bud. So the count runs full, 3-2, 2 outs. Payoff pitch coming from Cole. That ball's popped into right field. Shannon giving chase and put away for out number 3.
So that will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It is 1-0 Angels. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Dom Roberts set to lead off for your Dodge City A's as he'll take a first pitch outside for ball number 1.
You know, we got to get this guy's pitch count up. He's only at 29 pitches after 2 innings, so got to get him at least 50 this inning.
Yeah, that might be a tall order.
Hey, it's only 20 more pitches. But you need to get to that bullpen as soon as possible. Especially in Summer League, where most of the time your best pitchers are going to be the ones that are the starting pitchers. And your bullpen kind of is a little lacking. So the quicker you get to the bullpen, the more likely your team's going to succeed. As that ball is ripped up the middle, base hit for Dominic Roberts. What a way to lead it off, attaboy. That turns the lineup over and brings up Shannon Martin, who did strike out last time, but that is not going to phase him. He's going to go up there, get a good pitch, and drive it.
Well, and more importantly, for the first time, the leadoff runner aboard in this game for the Dodge City A's.
And it starts with one. That leadoff runner is crucial. as that ball is painted on the outside for strike number 1. I feel like I'm calling a ball that's ripped into the right center gap. That's what I'm gonna guess. As Dom goes, the throw not in time. Another stolen base for Dom Roberts. He's one of those catchers that really prides himself in not needing that courtesy runner. He will never want that courtesy runner. He'll never ask for it. He wants to do it. He talks about his stolen bases all the time when he gets in the dugout. But you know what that is? That's someone that takes pride in what they're doing, and you can only love it and respect it. As that ball is yanked, and Dom gets going to third on the wild pitch, and he is safe. And just like that, remember how we talked about it starts with one, get the first base runner on. And just like that, we now have a runner on third with nobody out. The tying run is in scoring position, and all bringing the infield in the third inning is a wild play. They really want to cut down that run.
Nobody out, and the infield is in. This is an interesting move.
Well, it makes sense because they know what happens when we get rolling. So as that pitch is fouled away for a strike.
They watched it happen last night.
Yeah, so they don't want to get us rolling. But now all Shannon has to do is just hit a little bloop. Because
there are some big gaps out there.
Oh, there's massive gaps. This is a pretty big field, if we're going to be honest. I'm surprised how many bombs our guys have hit, because this is not really a hitter-friendly field.
Oh, it is when the wind's blowing.
Oh, yeah, but 99 degrees right now with no wind, it is not really feeling too hittery. As the count runs full to Shannon Martin. So if they walk him, he will be on second within the next 3 pitches. As the ball's fouled back, staying alive, getting that pitch count up. Remember I told you what number I wanted to get it to?
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're at 38.
So you talk about Cavalier being a big field. It's 330 down the lines, both sides.
404 up center.
404
that is a big
to Deadwood.
boy. That is a big boy.
348 in the power alleys.
And the full count offering.
Ooh, a little excuse me hack. It will go foul.
Got real lucky on that one. Shannon didn't even look like he really saw it off the bat. But we will do the payoff pitch again.
Absolutely, Steven. I forgot to do that.
Apologies. I'm usually the one that is, is that ball swung on and missed. But I'm usually the one that looks at the YouTube chat to see if anything needs to be done. So apologies on that one for lacking. But even with that strikeout, Grant's coming up, and all he has to do is just hit a little bloop and get a job done. So, nothing too cause for concern right now.
But they leave the infield in, even still.
As that ball is swung on and missed, this man really likes his slider. He's thrown it to our guy's first pitch, I think, like every other AB. He is really slider heavy. The 0-1 on its way. As that ball's ripped into left center for a base hit. Grant's hustling out of the box looking for 2, but makes a hard turn and does nothing with it. But with that, your Dodge City A's have tied up the game at 1 apiece.
All it takes is one, the RBI single, and just like that, we're within 9 pitches of 50.
Just like I asked.
So in steps Nyan Hayes. Hayes flew out his last time up.
Got a good barrel, just happened to be right at the center fielder, so stay with what you're doing. That ball is hit to the left side and through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. And your A's are back in business with a runner in scoring position. Man, that is a terrifying spot to be in right now. Grant and Nyan on the bases.
And T-Mac at the plate.
A base hit could score both of them. They are so fast.
Oh, here. They know it, too, because here comes a pitching coach.
But no one's in the pen. It's more just to calm him down. Tell him, hey, throw some strikes. Got to find your slider more.
I mean, Van Hodges has been effective tonight.
He has. But you can only
5 strikeouts.
But once you get that lineup turned over and they know what you're throwing, you know, every time you go through the order, the batting average for the hitters does increase. So we'll see if he'll make it through a third time through our order. We're already on the 4-hitter, and we're in the 3rd inning. So let's see what our guys can do.
Yeah, both teams working their second trip through the batting order. In steps Tyler McAvoy.
Look at that, Nyan's getting in a runner stance. He's about to start bolting. As the ball's outside.
He has to get Grant to.
Grant's a very speedy guy, too. So, you know, he's watching him. He goes. They're both going to go. That ball's painted for strike number 2.
Well, and if you look, both. Well, now the shortstop's going to retreat more towards the gap side, but earlier they were both working on holding Grant at second.
I mean, no matter what they do, whether it's the second baseman or the shortstop holding him, Ty can go both ways. It's not like he's one of those designated pull guys. He can smack a ball the other way and pull a ball. So that's another thing. Our guys spray the field a lot. They're not too, you know, tendent. Like, they don't have extreme tendencies.
Well, right now it's the second baseman that's holding Grant, so there's a big 1-2 gap out there.
As the ball's outside for strike number 3, another slider painted. And that brings up Carson Johnson.
2 away for the A's, and Carson Johnson, he struck out once already, but he was also the man that set the big inning in motion last night.
To see what Carson can do right here with 2 outs. As that first pitch slider is outside for a ball number 1. And we're nearing that 50 pitch count mark that I was mentioning. We're at 47. The 1-0. The exact same pitch, but this time liked by the umpire. The 1-1 on its way to Carson Johnson. Swung on and missed for strike number 2.
And wisely, the Angels are also playing their right and left fielders back.
Oh, yeah, our guys got some pop. The 0-2 or the 2-strike pitch on its way. Bloop to right field, but nothing much happening. Hauled in for out number 3.
That'll do it for the 3rd. We're headed to the top of the 4th. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Angels when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back in to Cavalier Field as we are set to lead off the fourth. It is Cliff Goldie stepping up to the plate. Cole Erhorn out for his fourth inning of work for the Dodge City A's. Goldie steps in. He singled his last time up. Of course, there are two Goldies on the team, Cliff and Peter, both brothers, both veterans of the Game Day Angels.
I did not know that. That is that's some lore for me that I didn't know about. So I'm guessing you've been commentating. You know these guys pretty well then?
Well, I just remember them from last year.
1 year as a veteran now in summer ball. As the ball swatted away down the left field line for a strike number one.
Hey, let's face it. In this day and age in summer ball, it's good if you can get players to come back for more than 1 year.
That is also true. Have you guys had a lot of A's players come back?
Not necessarily. We had last year we had Matthew Sandoval came back for a second year. That's about it. I mean, we've not really had a lot of carryover from year to year.
Mm.
Of course, with our third new coach in 3 years, it's hard to have that continuity.
Yeah, because you have relationships. As that ball is on the inside corner and hits Cliff Goldie to put a runner at first.
So in steps Peter Goldie. Peter flew out his last time up. Peter in last night's game, the shortstop hit in the 6 hole.
As that
was actually 3 for 3.
The back pick gets sent by Dom, not.
So Cliff and Peter actually flipping spots in the lineup tonight.
Runner actually going this time. Another hit and run attempt, but that one is fouled away for strike number one. These guys love to run and hit and run. The 1-1 on its way from Cole. Blooped into right field, and it's going to get down in front of Shannon Martin, who brings it back in. And just like that, the Angels are in business, first and second with nobody out. Bringing up Owen Best, the first baseman. What did he do last time?
Best singled his last time up. The Angels working to complete their now second trip through the batting order.
The 0 on its way. Curveball inside for a ball. Cole is now at 60 pitches. So in the next 20 or so, you will be seeing people in the bullpen getting up for your Dodge City A's. The 1-0 on its way. Chopped foul for strike number one. The 1-1 on its way. Swung on and miss for strike number two. And Cole jumping ahead in this count 1-2.
He likes the high fast one.
A strikeout would be very crucial right now because then with that you're only one pitch away from getting out of the inning. And our guys are real good at turning double plays up the middle. As the ball's chopped to CD Sharples, who goes to second base for an out. No play at first base though, but to make sure of one. So first and third with one down with Cale Porter coming up to the plate. On ground balls like that, you got to make sure of one. That's the bare minimum. You always got to make sure of one. And with that one, we do now have a double play in order. But I do not believe that we will be seeing that come to fruition as that ball is laced in the left center for a single. And that flips the batting order to Van Hodges.
Hodges 0 for 2, got caught swinging his last time up.
Dom out there talking to his pitcher, trying to settle him down. Still no action in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's.
And the Angels 2 runs on 7 hits. Your A's with 1 run on 5 hits.
So both teams are definitely putting baseballs in play. Some are just getting down more than others. Still 1 pitch away. Still double play in order. You know, you've already given up 1 run. You got a limit now. As a quick fake turnaround to get the runner back on second base. As the ball's popped into center field, Nyan hauls it in for out number 2.
And that's a great read there for an unproductive out.
Oh, yeah, that was a very much needed out, especially because it was a really quick and efficient out, too. So that could extend Cole to maybe get another inning out of him. You know, it's all about limiting pitches and limiting the damage. You come out of this with 1 run, you're not unscathed, but you're also not bleeding. You're not hurting. You know, it's a little scratch. It's nothing bad.
Yep. Grant Biggins, 1 for 2, flew out his last time up. So he takes strike number 1. Biggins down 1 spot in the lineup today. Hit in the 1 hole last night, went 1 for 4.
As another pitch painted on the outside corner for strike number 2. The 0-2 on its way from Cole. Slider down and in for ball number 1. Not a bad pitch. Got to be around the zone, got to be competitive, and that was. 1-2 on its way. Hit over to second base. Mora fields and throws it out. And just like that, your Dodge City is now playing from behind again. Only down by 1. Let's see if we can go and fight for our pitcher.
We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. C.D. Sharple set to lead off for the Dodge City A's. Takes first pitch low for ball one.
CD with a chopper through the 3-4 hole his last AB. See if he can get that started again. As he looks at a ball number 2.
Take a look. There are other games in action tonight. The Foxes and Rough Riders. That game actually started at 5 o'clock Mountain Time.
And how's that one score going?
Don't know at this point.
Oh, okay. Who are the Larks playing?
I don't know that they are today.
It is nice to see the 3 Kansas teams are in first, second, and third.
They are. So the Larks actually lead the league standings at 10-1. The BJs in second at 10-2. Your Dodge City A's in third at 6-4.
You know, with this homestand right here, we can really, flip it on its head because we have 3 against Game Day and 3 against the Cougars, and we can really start making some headway in the standings. And after them, we have Liberal for July 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, we get to make the trip to Liberal for the fireworks game.
CD thought it was ball number 4, but it was ball number 3.
So the A's are followed in 4th place by the Rough Riders. They are 5-5. The Nebraska Pioneers at 5-8. Game Day Angels at 5-8. The Foxes at 4-7. And the Cougars at 2-11.
Don't let those standings fool you. All of those teams, like one team could beat the other one on any given day. The Cougars are 2-11, but we played them, and they fielded the ball well, they hit well, and they threw strikes.
Yeah. But they are also 3-15 overall.
On any given day.
Any given day, anyone can win. I mean, look at what happened when the Rough Riders came to town.
The Rough Riders came into town and definitely
gave us a rough ride.
Definitely did.
So then you look at the overall standings, and the Larks are at 14-2. The BJs at 11-2. Your A's at 7-8.
The ball's grounded to shortstop and made a play out in number 2. And see the Larks they're 14-2. That is an insane record to only have 2 losses. You want to know who both of those losses are to?
To your Dodge City A's.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how baseball works. 14-2 and only 2 losses to the A's, and we have 8 losses. And the Larks have beat everyone that we have beat. Or that we have lost to. As the ball's outside for ball number 1.
So Bo Delane at the plate, struck out looking his last time up.
As that ball is down and away for ball number 2.
So games that occurred last night. That pitch grounded to the third baseman.
Long hop. Oh, on the transfer. I guess he did hold on to it. And just like that, your Dodge City A's are down in order. 1, 2, 3. Top of the 5th. Let's see if Cole Airhorn can get us back in here to fight for some more runs.
We'll be back with top of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
It's okay, Justin. We all make mistakes.
We do.
So sorry about that.
James Harbison on a 1-2 count sends one over the left field wall to extend the Angels' lead. They now lead it 3-1.
And there is no video proof of this happening.
Hey, proof for it didn't happen, right? And look at that. Bo Delane making a spectacular out over on the fence for out number 1. So in steps Brady Ingles. Ingles 0 for 2. Flew out his last time up.
And there is movement down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. That is Jack Meyer throwing.
Ingles with a swing and a miss. Down in the count, 0-1. The A's need to get their bats back to work to start to get into this one.
Yeah, that game day Angel guy that just hit, that's going to be pretty mad when he goes to look at his home run and it's just Jimmy John's.
Oops. Stuff happens.
That's hilarious. As the ball's chopped, that's going to be a tough play. Can Bo make it? No, he cannot. What are you going to give that, Mr. Official Scorekeeper? I tend to agree.
E5.
E party of 5. E party of 5. Remember, it was the shortstop made an error, and I heard Zach Moore yell that out. He goes, E party of 6, E party of 6. And I just thought that was like the funniest thing. So anytime anybody makes an error, I like to say that. I mean, definitely one of the plus chirps that I have heard on the year.
I'm not sure what our count is because the scoreboard's wrong.
As that bat goes flying.
Well, that's definitely a strike.
Definitely a strike. Especially when the bat goes further than the ball.
Chirp, party of 1. We got to have a little bit of fun up here. You know, keep things lively.
Makes the day go by quicker.
So Mr. Goldie will apply some stickum. We still are unsure of the actual count.
I know that one's a ball, so there's at least one ball, one strike in this count.
1-2.
That's what I believe it is. Umpire giving us thumbs up. Oh, it's 2 balls, 1 strike. As that runner is off with the pitch, and then it's sent to left field. Let's see if Grant can double him up. Grant comes up firing,
nope.
And just late. Gets past, but Dominic is there to back him up. And they're out 2 outs in the inning. The Game Day Angels with 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Your Dodge City Athletics 1 run, 5 hits on 1 error. Cole Airhorn now at 80 pitches, most likely going to be his last inning. You know, even though we are down 3 runs in 5 innings, not a bad start, not bad. As the ball's fouled away for strike number 1.
I've lost track, but I believe the flying bat count is somewhere in that 5 neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, we have. Ooh. As that slider backs up a little too much and hits the batter.
That's all right. We still got 2 outs.
And that brings up number 27, Owen Best, but not before Mr. Coach Chris Isaac goes up there for a mound visit.
So while we're going to have a mound visit, We're going to take this opportunity to thank some sponsors. Our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Lewis Automotive Group, and Curbs Law Office, LLC. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball.
Without them, I wouldn't be able to be here and have as much fun as I have over the summer. So,
Without the sponsorship and support of our sponsors, we wouldn't have a lot of things around here.
exactly, and it means a lot to us players that we can come out here and just focus on baseball.
So Owen Best steps in. He's 1 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice.
As that pitch is fired in for a strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch from Cole. Somehow missed on the inside corner for ball number 1.
Well, there's a ball-sized hole in that strike zone.
I think so. You know, a little too much white catches umpires by surprise. He's definitely called that same pitch on the outside corner to our right-handers.
As Dom Roberts yanks that one from the opposite batter's box, trying to steal the frame.
You know, you miss every shot you don't take. He took a shot and he missed. He airballed, but he took the shot.
Airball.
As that ball is fouled away down the left field line for a strike number 2.
Ooh, that one's going to fall over in the party pavilion.
All right, say the phrase. What's the phrase that pays?
Deuces wild.
2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 2-7 at the plate. As the ball's hit to second, and Mora picks it up fields and throws him out. Not much damage this inning, but they do get 1 run on the home run by Jimmy Johns that made the score 3-1.
You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball.
Leading off for your Dodge City A's is Dominic Roberts, who had a single up the middle his last time. As that ball is lifted, shallow center field. Who's calling it? Shortstop's calling it, and hauls it in for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the bottom of the 5th.
They will turn the lineup over to Shannon Martin. Martin 0 for 2 has struck out both times he's been at the plate.
He's not giving up any ABs. He's not going up there defeated. He's going up there. If anything, he's going up there hungry right now. The 0 on its way. In there for strike number 1. No movement in the bullpen for the game day Angels. So they're going to ride Hodges as far as he can go. The ball's outside for ball number 1. Got to get to that bullpen as fast as you can. Ball low and away for ball number 2. There are guys off camera, not in the bullpen, but they are guys just like throwing plyos and stretching. So as that ball is lined to third base, but an out. That brings up Grant, who laced a single over the shortstop last time. This is looking to be a pretty efficient inning for Van Hodges. We need to somehow stop that from happening.
Well, the man to do it, 2 for 2 at the plate right now.
Swung on and missed for strike number 1. Going to be the 70th pitch right now coming from Van Hodges. Only in the 5th inning, though. Low and away for ball number 2. The ball's chopped. You got to hurry. And it does not matter.
Bobbles it.
What are you giving that one?
That's another error.
Error, party of 5.
E, party of 5. May I have E, party of 5? Please step up to the plate.
That brings up Nyan Hayes.
Hayes 1 for 2, singled his last time up. So we'll see what can happen with Van Hodges working on the mound as that one's fouled off. A long strike 1.
Anything hitting the gap and Grant scoring easily. As the ball's fouled back for strike number 2. Now defense has really got to hurry with these two here on the field. Plenty of infield singles between the both of them. The ball up, snap throw to first, not in time.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Nyan Hayes continues to work for the A's.
Pitch on its way. Fouled off again. And we'll run it back. Another 1-2 count.
Oh, little kids, we need you to go out into the prairie and gather foul balls.
Hey, if it was a 5 and 2 ones, they'd pick it up. As that ball is check swung. Going to go to the umpire who has 0 angle on it for ball number 2. The 2-2 on its way to Nyan Hayes. That pitch is hit down the line. Oh, another E, party of 5. Just did not see it get into his glove. And just like that, we have first and second with 2 outs. Ty McAvoy at the plate. Third baseman's having some fits out there. And with that, the pitch count does keep climbing. We are at 77 pitches. A base hit right now would be so clutch right now. Bring us within 1. Let's see what T-Mac can do. As that ball is
Snapped out of the
by
air.
the shortstop. How unfortunate.
Officer, I want to report a theft. There was a theft on the base
that
paths.
one's not hitting. That one's not hitting too well. I'll be real with you. Wasn't that great of a play. Jumped up.
No.
His vertical was like 5 inches.
5? That was more like 3.
Yeah, I know. It got the
No,
job done.
he made a good jump and pulled it out of the air. Great job by the shortstop. That ends the inning. We are headed to the top of the 6th as the A's strain 2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Kale Porter set to lead off for the Dodge City. Wow.
For the Game Day Angels against Dodge City's new pitcher, Jack Meyer. That first pitch in for a ball low. It's okay. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, Jimbo.
I need to be fired immediately.
That ball is hauled in for out number 1.
At least somebody's doing their job around here because your broadcaster ain't.
Hey, man. Jimmy John's hits a bomb. It happens.
Hey.
I mean, you could probably hit a bomb with a Jimmy John's sandwich. That's stale bread. Is
proof where it didn't happen.
Exactly. As the ball is in for strike number 1. I had Jimmy John's for the first time today. More of a Firehouse guy.
Firehouse Subs is pretty good.
Firehouse Subs is amazing. You should open one up out here, Justin.
Well, there's a lot of things we need in Dodge City, but
Firehouse is definitely one of them.
I mean, Chipotle, we have Jimmy John's.
Chipotle is overrated as that ball is hitting the right field. Shannon ranging back and makes a catch for out number 2.
Bye-bye.
Pretty efficient right now for Mr. Jack Meyer. 5 pitches, 2 outs. Get us back in there and let us fight for you at the plate. His call to the...
So a 1-0 count to Grant Biggins as he's 1 for 3, grounded out his last time up. That pitch called strike, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch, it's grounded to CD. Oh, he'll bobble it, and that will get a runner on. E, party of 3.
Yeah, I'll take a Peppa. Ooh, it's little things like that hurt. You know, they extend the inning, get your pitch count up. Ugh, it just hurts. But hopefully Jack will just go back in there and fill it up with some strikes. Meyer coming back with the 1-0. Low and away for ball number 2.
Jack Meyer has no pitching record at this point.
That's not true. He's definitely pitched before for
Well,
us.
he has pitched.
Oh, he's not started. And
Just does not have
Yeah.
a win or loss.
Yeah.
He has pitched 8 1/3 innings coming into today
Yeah, I was like, I know I've seen this guy pitch.
with a 14.04 ERA.
Well, that's really not as bad. And the bat goes flying over the third base coach.
That's their head coach.
Yeah, that's a...
Dude, get some stickum. Come on.
As they throw him the pine tar, it's already too late. The bat's out in left field. Retrieved by the third baseman, Bo Delane. The 2-2 going to be on its way from Jack Meyer after that ball, or that bat was flung into left field. And that ball is popped up into right field. Shannon Martin chasing it down.
We have a guy.
And bringing it in for out number 3.
That will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. It is a 3-1 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Lights coming on at Cavalier Field as we are set to lead into the bottom of the 6th. Carson Johnson leading off. He's 0 for 2. Will face Van Hodges out for his now 6th inning of work. And it looks like there will be somebody starting to get work down in the bullpen for the Game Day Angels.
Yeah, it'd be a bad decision not to have someone starting because, you're already at 80 pitches. And, things can escalate real quickly. Next thing you know, you're over 100. And next thing you know, your guy's tired. 100 pitches is a lot of pitches. 80 pitches is a lot of pitches. You got to think about, he threw to warm up. He threw in the bullpen. He threw his warm-up pitches. So, the number that's, actually on the screen isn't, 100% accurate because there's a lot more throwing that goes on than the ones that you pitch in the game. As the ball's inside for ball number 2 to Carson Johnson.
Preston Roberge in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's.
I don't know why. Jack did great. Jack went up there and threw some strikes. That's all you could ever ask out of him. That ball's outside. 3-1. Ooh, baby, I'm feeling it. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Yeah, you're going to have to get that call to the bullpen real quick. Ball's fouled away for strike number 2, and the count runs full.
It appears that Hayden Nerwin in the bullpen for the Game Day Angels.
That's one heck of a name, ain't it?
Say that 5 times fast.
Couldn't even say it the first time. Full count to Carson Johnson.
Payoff pitch.
Foul back again, and we will do the full count again. The 3-2 on its way. Chop to the shortstop's got to hurry. Carson's got some wheels. And the first baseman falls awkwardly as he catches the ball, and Spears pleading his case, saying he was not on the bag. He's going to go talk with the home plate umpire. Who knows? This might actually get overruled. There's no way this is getting overruled. I don't believe so. And overruling a play with no actual replay is kind of hard and doesn't really happen too often. Probably going to talk about it. Probably asking him what he's going to eat after dinner or for dinner today.
On further review, the play stands.
Oh, it is overturned. I like being wrong. Let's go. How about that? And that is going to go as a hit for Carson Johnson.
It's that hard 90 you're talking about, and now,
And now their coach.
Now their coach wants answers.
I mean, that was, if you look at it on the review, that was an extremely awkward, fall or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you would say it is. But, yeah, that was really good. Spear pleading the case. Dakota going up there, showing his prowess as head coach, head honcho, Dakota Young.
So, nobody out. 1 on for the Dodge City A's, and in steps Mr. Sharples. He is 1 for 2.
Did I not call it? I felt like it was going to be, I told you it was going to be a good inning. I just felt it. Sometimes you just feel it.
Well, it was the 6th last night that the A's kind of exploded.
It was. As the ball swung on and missed for strike number 1. You know why else I felt like today was going to be a really good inning, or this inning right here? I got my hot dog with my pop, because you guys don't say soda around here.
No, it's pop.
It's weird. And I got my soda. The people in the comments would agree with me on YouTube that it is soda. My Dr. Pepper. So it's going to be a good inning, regardless of the outcome. I'm very much looking forward to this. As that ball is swung on a miss for strike number 2.
Down on the count, 0-2. The A's just need to be patient.
Just get a job done, get a runner over. You're only down by 2, It's not like you have this big goal deficit you have to usurp. Ball up and away for ball number 2. Or ball number 1, my bad.
Ball 1.
Ball uno.
Hodges now at 88, has thrown 57 for strikes. That pitch
swung on and
go down
missed.
swinging.
That brings up Zach Mora.
Moore is 0 for 2, has grounded out both times he has been up.
This game is still within reach. More than within reach. Carson getting a little jumpy at first as the ball is looked at for ball number 1 high. 90 pitches already for Van Hodges. Definitely his last inning. Will he make it through? Let's hope not. Coming in to an inning in the middle of an inning, way harder than starting your own fresh inning.
Not as fun, and let's set the scene. Hayden Nerwin pitched against the A's back on June the 16th, went an inning and a third, 2 hits, 1 run, and struck out 1.
So pretty average outing. They also have number 32 throwing plyos off screen into our base of the light pole.
So he came in with 2 outs already in the third in that game, and then induced a fielder's choice, and then pitched the fourth where he got 2 outs. A runner got on with a triple from Nate Murphy, then a Zach Mora error, a Shannon Martin single, and then a dropped strike 3 that ended.
As the runner goes, ball up and away, and Carson is thrown out on the play. Caught stealing, but that ball was up. 2-2 goes the count to Zach Mora. I mean, we're going to be honest. You got to give praise where praise is due. Van Hodges coming in right here, throwing 6 innings of 1-run ball. 6 innings, 1-run ball after getting run ruled. It's one way to come back. You know what I mean? And just like that, your Dodge City A's do not scratch anything across. And we head to the top of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Radio.
Preston Roberge takes over the mound for your Dodge City A's. Comes in to today's contest with 10 innings pitched, a 2.70 ERA, has struck out 11. So he is set to face Crew Walker, who goes out to lead off for the Game Day Angels. Walker 1 for 3. Flew out his last time up. The A's trailing this one 3-1. Roberge, who works from the first base side of the rubber, a wild pitch for ball number 1. Work continuing in the Angels bullpen. That pitch misses high as well, and the count runs to 2-0. Two-0 delivery.
In there for a ball. Okay. Debatable. But just like that, the count is 3-0. And the Game Day Angels might have a leadoff runner on. Same pitch, but now this time it is a strike. 3-1 on its way. Blooped into center field. And it's going to get down for a base hit. A leadoff hit and runner for the Game Day Angels.
In steps Brady Ingles. He's 0 for 3. Roberge last appeared against the Derby Twins back on June the 22nd. He has 1 save to his credit.
I wonder who that was against.
That was against these Game Day Angels back on the 16th.
That is true. We did only beat him by 1. As that first pitch is swung on and miss for a strike number 1. The 0-1 on its way. Low, ball number 1. You know, these guys like to execute a lot of hit and runs. More is kind of up the middle. They might be doing it. They might do it to them. We don't pick off enough. But then again, it's really hard to pick off with the way the sun is right now. As that ball is hit up the middle. Up the middle. Not able to be snagged down by Carson Johnson with a diving play, diving try. And just like that, first and second, nobody out.
And there is the double-digit hits for the Angels, as that is now the 10th hit of the ball game.
Man, they're putting balls in play and they're falling. How many strikeouts have they had this game? Oh, can't look up that stat. All right, my bad. Didn't know. It's your app, sir. They're out there getting their signs, you know, for a runner at second base. You know what I always do with a runner at second base? The same. Let him pick it. I don't care. Hit
9 strikeouts for Van Hodges in this ball game.
Wow. 9 strikeouts in 6 innings is efficient, and that's like
2 strikeouts for the A's pitching staff.
Yeah, I know. They've been putting everything in play. It seems like we haven't had many go down. They're making our defense work, and, you know, when you put balls in play, good things happen. And that ball is bunted. Foul. Trying to get some selfless ABs over there from Mr. Cliff Goldie. Trying to do a job, get a runner over.
There is only 1 Game Day Angel that has not been on base in this game. Any guess?
Is it Mr. Cliff Goldie?
No.
Then I have no idea.
Mr. Van Hodges.
Well, he struck out 9 of our guys and went 6 strong innings, only giving up 1 run. So I feel like he's done his job somewhere else. And the
Show him bunt again, and
fouled off. Strike number 2.
well, the bunt is now off.
You don't know that. I've known coaches that'll make you do it as a punishment. Give up your AB. You just struck out because you couldn't get a bunt down. I mean, I wouldn't mind that, for to be honest.
I mean, if that's the way you want to play, let's play it that way.
The 0-2 on its way. Ball low. Count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 on its way from Preston. Looked at for ball number 2. Thrown down by Dom Roberts. Picked and saved by Mr. Carson Johnson. First and second, nobody out. 2-2 count. That ball's outside for ball number 3. So started off 0-2, fought his way back to 3-2. No work going down in the A's bullpen, so Preston is out there. He's got to work out of it himself. As he almost picks off the runner at second base. Good move, but not enough. Really crucial payoff pitch right here. Hit to second base, turned by Zach Moore. Got him at second. Out at first base. Ooh. I am happy that we got that because he was safe at first base. So, hey, to each their own, Blue. Thank you. Yeah, you had him. You saw that, right? He was safe at first, right?
I'm.
I mean, it's
we'll
not like.
take what we can get.
Oh, right. We'll put it that way. But yeah, I think we were gifted that one. I'm not gonna lie. But just like that, and it does not matter as that ball is driven to right field, cut off by Shannon Martin, gets it in quickly to hold this man to a single. That's now 11 hits for the Game Day Angels. "11 hits is a wild one. And there might have just been another. That ball is laced into left field, gets past Grant Weiserman, gets to the wall, and that runner from first base is going to score on a double from Owen Best. "12 hits, 5 runs, and the wheels are coming off." I know 5-1 doesn't seem like that big of a deficit, but with the way that this game has been going, those 4 runs are going to be huge to get back. And that brings up Cale Porter. Ooh, ball up and in. Sweet chin music. The 1-0 pitch to Cale is up and away, ball number 2. Almost 20 pitches already in his first inning of work for Mr. Robert. Ball in. Ooh, late call by the umpire. A strike nonetheless. 2-1 on its way from Mr. Robert. Hit to the shortstop, fielded by Carson Johnson. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th with Bo leading it off. Van Hodges is going back out there already at 93 pitches as Bo Dowling takes the first pitch for a ball. Swings through the second one. The 1-2, I guess I believe I missed a pitch. Well, it's 1-2 now, no matter what. 97 pitches for Mr. Van Hodges, and they're just going to ride this man as far as he can. As the ball is hit to left field, and it's going to get down. A leadoff single for Bo Dowling. It starts with one. Attaboy, Bo. And that brings up our catcher, Dom Roberts. And Bo is going to get a runner. That will be Nate Murphy. So Nate Murphy will be taking his spot at third base unless there is a rule that a pinch runner, I mean, you can get pinch ran for without losing your spot in the lineup, but we're going to have to see about that. So the first pitch to Dominic Roberts is a strike on the outside corner. The count is 1-3 on the scoreboard. Whoever's doing our scoreboard's a little happy. As that ball's chopped to third, got one, and safe at first. A hard 90 to beat out the double play. But with that, there is one out in the inning. And that is pitch 100 for Van Hodges. And that brings up number 25, Shannon Martin. And pinch, this one I think is a courtesy runner. Yeah, because Dom is our catcher. So there will be a courtesy running for Dominic Roberts, who will be going back in to catch. The first pitch to Martin is curveball in there for a strike. You know, Shannon's definitely due for one. Man has a lot of power, a great eye, great hands. You know, he just needs to connect on one today. As that ball is looked at for ball number one. I cannot believe the Game Day Angels are riding Van as hard as they are, because that is 102 pitches. He does seem to be working efficiently, though, as the ball's ripped into the 5-6 hole by Shannon Martin. We now have first and second with one person out. And the head coach is finally coming in to get the leash. Makes sense. Grant Weiserman sees the ball very well, hits the ball really hard. He could tie up the game with one swing, even though there's only two runners on. That's how much power he has. And a new pitcher is on the way. What number do you have for him, Justin? The new pitcher for the Game Day Angels is Cal Burkholder. Comes in with a runner on first and second, one down, facing the ever-dangerous 5'8", the great Grant Weiserman. As that ball is popped to the right and handled by the first baseman. One pitch, one out. And that brings up Nyan Hayes. The 0-0 pitch to Nyan Hayes. Inside, hits him, loads up the bases. That brings up T-Mac, who really could tie up the game with one swing. He does hit the ball very hard, and he is due for one. Ooh, pinch hitter at the plate, Isaiah Velasco. That is a very interesting move. It makes sense, though. He is a lefty going against the righty. T-Mac is 0 for 3, but it don't mean much. He's one of those guys that's always deadly no matter what time he is, no matter how his day's going. So Isaiah Velasco in to pinch hits in a very crucial spot right here. Need a few hits on a pitch that is kind of far outside. Really need that one, Blue. Can't be doing us like that. The 0-1 pitch. Down and away for ball number 1. So with this pinch hitter, Isaiah will be going out to catch. I believe it is Preston Roberge is going back out for another one. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike number 2. The 1-2 on its way to Isaiah Velasco. Fouled off. And we would do it again. Isaiah Velasco in his last game against the Game Day Angels, 2 singles and a walk? 2 walks and an error. Apologies. Misheard Mr. Justin over here. We'll do the 1-2 over again. The pitch. Up and away, ball number 2. This is a super crucial AB right now. Isaiah needs to cut the deficit in half. Base hit, easily scores 2 with Remy, Shannon, and Nyan on the bases. The 2-2 on its way. Ripped into center field, but it is caught by the center fielder, and the Game Day Angels get out of it with no runs. We will see you in the top of the 8th. Your A's are trailing 5-1. Coming up to the plate, Mr. Van Hodges, the man that went over 100 pitches. So I know his arm's pretty tired. As that pitch is in for ball number 1.
His arm is like really good. He has like 200 pitches.
Just 100 today.
Just like,
That ball swung on and missed for strike number 1. Preston really has to throw up a 0 right now, try to get us some momentum going. You know, Dodge City A's, we are running out of time. We're in our last 6 outs.
we're in our 6th last out. For wait, let me tell you something. Hey, yo, we are like, I did like
The 2-1 on its way, low and away. 3-1 goes the count.
3-1 is the count. The 3-1 is the count.
The 3-1 on its way from Preston Roberge. Hit in over the second baseman Mora's head for a single. That is now everybody has reached base for the Game Day Angels, whether it be by hit or walk. So a leadoff single by Mr. Van Hodges brings up Grant Biggins, the left fielder. And that is now 13 hits for the Game Day Angels. They are seeing the ball good today. As that ball is low and away for number 1 ball. Pickoff attempt. A little late.
And then like a little like they did yes.
That ball's hit to third. Murphy swallows it up. Goes to second for 1. On to first. Not in time, but they do make sure of 1 at second base. There's now 1 out in the inning. And that brings up James Harbison, number 25.
Number 25. His arm is like he's like yo, he's like that good like
And that ball is popped up. First pitch to center fielder. Nyan Hayes brings it in for out number 2.
number 2.
What started off as a promising inning with a leadoff single quickly runs into 2 outs. Great job by Preston Roberge to get back in there, get in the zone, fill it up, and let them get themselves out. And that brings up number 2, Crew Walker, the catcher on the day for the Game Day Angels. The 0-0 pitch on its way. Outside, ball 1. I believe that was a balk that was just called on Preston Roberge, and now that runner is in second base in scoring position for Crew Walker. That ball is outside. Ball number 2, 2-0. Apologies. I guess it is 1-0. Official scorekeeper told me that. Count is now 1-1. Mr. Justin keeping me honest over here. Like, hey, we're all human. We all make mistakes.
We all made mistakes.
Hey, they went bombs over my hammy and Jimmy John's hit it.
Yeah, Jimmy Johns did hit a home run today. I will keep on reminding Justin about that for a while now. As that ball is up for ball number 2. 2-1.
Tell him that. Let me tell you about my game. I had really good pitch in the last game.
As the ball is in for strike number 2. And that evens up the count. 2-2.
2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Number 2 at the plate. That ball's foul back.
That ball.
We will do the 2-2 over again.
2-2 over again. Turn the cameras. No. Make it bigger. Make it bigger. Make it bigger.
Time called Hitter calls it.
The umpire calls it.
2-2 on its way from Preston Roberge. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. And with that, the Game Day Angels, painless inning. We will go into the bottom of the 8th, led off by the shortstop, Carson Johnson.
I'm helping Justin.
Welcome back in to Cavalier Field as Cal Burkholder goes back out for his second inning of work, and it was an efficient first inning of work for him as he gets out of a jam. Will be led off by Carson Johnson for your Dodge City A's.
And we need to get at least 2 across this inning. And time's running out. Only got 6 more outs.
A 5-1 deficit is not insurmountable at this point.
But with the way the Game Day Angels have been pitching, that's how it's seeming. I mean, we do have 8 hits. We are putting the ball in play, you know. So
Time is of the essence, though.
Time is of the essence. We have been putting baseballs in play. We have been hitting balls hard, but they're at someone, you know. So there's nothing you could do about that. As that first pitch is way outside to the backstop for ball number 1.
It's car.
If you can hear that other voice in the back, that is Leo. The A's biggest fan, and it's not even close. Showed up to our practices, showed up to the games, talks to us after the game. Easily our biggest fan.
So the 1-1 delivery coming from Burkholder.
Popped into the air. Get out of play. Get out of play.
Foul.
Out of play for strike number 2.
One-two delivery coming from Burkholder. And the winds have gone still here in Dodge City.
Finally. I mean, well, probably not good because we're at bat, but as that pitch is painted on the outside corner for strike 3. A backwards K to begin the inning for Cal Burkholder. Then that brings up C.D. Sharples. What has C.D. done today, Mr. Justin?
CD is 1 for 3, has struck out the last 2 times. He has been at the plate.
As that pitch is in for ball number 1. The 1-0. Taken for a strike. Count evens up at 1 apiece. The 1-1 on its way to CD. Outside for ball number 2. 2-1. On its way. Ball hit up the middle. Shortstop perfectly placed. Gets it over there for out number 2. And just like that, your A's are down to the last 4 outs.
In steps Zach Mora. Mora is 0 for 3. He struck out swinging his last time up. A's down to their final 4 outs. Have to get something out of this inning. That pitch in for strike number 1.
The 0-1 coming from Cal Burkholder. Oh, is that firewood?
Sounds like it is.
It definitely is firewood. Zach throws his bat in disgust. Mad that he broke the bat. Happens to the best of us. That's why they're wood. He gets a bomb bat. For you viewers that don't know about this, so what Zach was using was just a traditional wood bat. But there's these bats that are bomb bats, and they're essentially impossible to break.
So they claim.
It's if you break a bomb bat, you are doing something wrong. You are slamming it, you are throwing it, you are doing something other than hitting a baseball as you should. So, with that being said, the 0-2 on its way to Zach. Ball on the outside corner. Game Day believed they had that one.
I'm busy. I can't even.
The 1-2 on its way to Zach Mora. Swung on and missed for strike number 3, and the A's are down to their last 3 outs.
And with that, we're headed to the top of the 9th. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Angels when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Brady Ingles set to lead off for the Game Day Angels as we've worked our way into the top of the 9th. The A's trailing 5-1. Ingles 1 for 4, singled the last time he was up.
Preston needs to go out there and give us a great inning. And that's how you start it off. Strike 1. It always starts with 1. I believe in Preston. He's going to get the job done. He's always been a reliable arm for us. As that ball is popped to the right side, out of play for strike number 2.
Big 0-2 delivery coming up here from Roberge. The A's desperately need a leadoff out.
Yeah, those leadoff runners always somehow find a way to score. And really need to get this one out. It always starts with 1. Joe Moss down, Preston. as that ball is fouled back. Count remains 0-2.
Oh, 2 again.
Chop to the third baseman. Murphy goes it across and gets the out. The first one's always the most crucial one. And one down.
After struggling a little bit defensively for the A's, Murphy getting a good clean throw there to get out number 1, a much needed out number 1 at this point. In steps Cliff Goldie. He is 1 for 3, grounded out the last time he was up.
And Preston goes up there and fires another strike 1. That's all you could ever ask for out of your relievers. Mora playing a little deep second base for the lefty. Let's see if he pays off for him. That ball is painted on the outside corner for strike number 2. And another back-to-back 0-2 count for Preston Roberge.
Another 0-2 delivery coming up here. Roberge has his sign and he comes set.
Ball's outside for ball number 1. 41 pitches right now for Preston coming out of the pen. One of my longer pitching, out of the pen moments. Check swing, but can't really appeal. Umpire has no view on it. Dom pleading his case. Dom does not agree with it. Puts his head towards the sky and gives out a little sigh.
Oh.
I'm going to be honest, Dom. I don't think that was a swing. But you got to try, man.
We got to have a little bit of fun.
That ball's outside, and the count runs full. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Let's see if Preston can put him away.
Payoff pitch coming here. Preston has the sign. Sets, kicks, and fires. It's a foul ball.
Ball hit pretty hard. He was really early on that fastball. So, if you have enough confidence, I'd throw an off-speed here, 3-2. No one really expects it. And if you throw it good,
and so at this point, do you attack up or do you attack down?
You just attack the strike zone. You don't really worry about up, down, left, and right. You just want to get in that zone, especially 3-2. You can't be too fine because if you try to paint one on the outside corner to get him looking and you miss it a little bit, guess what? Now he's on first base. You gotta go. You gotta fill it up. Let's see what Preston does. Fills it up, just like I said, and a fly ball to left field, and Grant brings it in for out number 2. That will bring up his brother, Peter Goldie, the shortstop. So an easy, painless 2 outs for Preston Roberge, who's already on 45 pitches. Let's see him get us in so we can score. 46 pitches. 47 on the way. Low for a ball.
Here Goldie 2 for 3. A single his last time up. 2 singles, a fly out, and a hit by pitch the night at the plate for Peter Goldie. The A's will have their final 3 outs to work with.
As that ball's hitting the left center and racing over is Nyan Hayes, who makes the catch on the run for out number 3. And just like that, we are heading to the bottom of the 9th. A's down to the last 3 outs to score 4 to send it into extras or win it with the 5 spot.
You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Bottom of the ninth, the A's are down to their final 3 outs. They trail 5-1. Murphy, Roberts, and Martin due up for the A's here in the bottom of the ninth. Cal Burkholder out for his next inning of work after taking over from Van Hodges. Nate Murphy getting his first at-bat for the night as that pitch is grounded to the shortstop, throw to first in time, and quickly out number 1. So 1 away for the A's. In steps Dominic Roberts, the catcher for the A's. Roberts is 1 for 3, hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. The A's down to their final 2 outs now. The first pitch into Roberts for strike number 1. 0-1 the count on Dom Roberts. Dom a single, a fly out, and a fielder's choice his night at the plate tonight. That pitch taken on the inside edge, and it will fall in for a ball to even the count at 1 apiece.
I say like that first pitch was good.
The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that makes the count 1-2 to Roberts.
1 and 2, Pearson.
You're right, Leo. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch grounded. It's headed to the shortstop Goldie, or second baseman, sorry. The throw to first is in time, and now 2 away.
It was a Goldie.
It was a Goldie.
It was a Goldie. It was.
All right, my head back there. Take your help me, Justin.
Yeah. There, bro.
Later, man.
Number 3 is hanging out to the dugout.
In steps Shannon Martin. Martin 1 for 4 on the night, singled his last time up, and the A's down to their final out.
He did. He has like
Martin shows bunt and pulls back. It's high for ball number 1.
for ball number 1. He has like good hits. He's like a good hitter. He's like
1-0 delivery. Called strike, and just like that, the count has evened itself at 1 apiece to Martin. So the A's with a loss tonight would fall
like a little bit down like that.
as Martin will swing and miss on that one, and he's down to his final strike.
He's down to his final strike.
So a loss tonight will move the A's to 6-5, 7-9 overall. That pitch misses low, and that will even the count at 2 apiece.
2 apiece. Like he has like good like quick.
Martin fouls that one off to stay alive. Count remains 2-2.
I say about that, Justin.
Say what?
I say about that.
The 2-2 delivery. Again, a high fly ball. It's headed to center field. Harbison backtracking. It's going, and it is caught on the warning track. That will end this one. The A's fall tonight to the Game Day Angels 5-1. We'll be back with a 1 p.m. game tomorrow afternoon. We'll tell you all about it after this. We'll take a step aside, get some of our sponsors. We'll be back with our post-game wrap-up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's fall 5-1 to the Game Day Angels. So the Angels looking for the split tomorrow. The A's still can get the series win with a win tomorrow in the final game of the series. The A's and Angels tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time game. It is not a night game as per the usual. 1 p.m. Central Daylight right here at Cavalier Field. The A's and Angels for game 4 of the series. Let's take a look back. Van Hodges with the win. Cole Airhorn will take the loss for the A's tonight. So the A's fall 5-1. And overall, it was just an offensive night overall for the Game Day Angels. All 9 Angels in the lineup would go for a hit. However, it would be Van Hodges that would show the dominant performance, striking out 9 for the Dodge City A's. The A's, on the other hand, they would get some hits. Grant Weiserman would go 2 for 4 with 2 singles and an error. And then C.D. Sharples with a single and 2 strikeouts as well. Dominic Roberts, the only other A that was getting on base consistently, would get a single and hit into a fielder's choice. Grant Weiserman's 2 singles and an error for him. A single for Shannon Martin. A not great night at the plate. I mean, still 8 hits for the Dodge City A's. The game comes down to 5 runs on 13 hits, 2 errors for the Angels, 1 run on 8 hits, and 2 errors for the Dodge City A's. The Angels strand 11, your A's strand 9 as a fall 5-1. That'll do it for this one as we wrap it up. Again, the A's fall to 6-5 overall, 6-5 in league, 7-9 in the overall record for them. Games that happened last night, the Cougars beat the Foxes 11-7. Of course, your A's beat the Angels 13-2 in run rule fashion. And the Larks beating the Junction City Brigade 15-7. Those occurred last night. The only other game that we are aware of tonight was the Rough Riders and Foxes. Do not have an update on that one. We'll give you that tomorrow when we see the score update from that. Again, the A's falling tonight. I am Justin Hergert, was alongside with Matthew Chavez and a special appearance by Leo as well. For the entire A's board and organization, we say thank you for following along with Dodge City A's baseball. Saying farewell and good night. The A's will be back in action tomorrow. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball.